All right, so today is the Sunday before the last day of school for students, which is Wednesday, and the last day of school for teachers, which is on Friday. So I have not, so Sunday morning vibes, right? Hair's a mess. Just finished cleaning here around the house, and I'm about to get my day started. And I say started, but it is already 11:40. So we've just been really busy this morning, but I wanted to grab my camera and record what this week looks like in the life of a teacher on the last week of school. It's not a typical year, not a typical closeout, just simply because we have a new teacher coming in next year. Miss Martinez is retiring. And so I'm moving classrooms, and we've already been doing the closeout as far as, or the lab closeout as far as cleaning and doing inventory and tossing out old and coming in with new, and writing down what we need for next school year. And also too, y'all, I know I look like a hot mess, okay? But also too, because of COVID, we had not, we didn't do closeout last year. And so we've gone this whole school year just kind of off of what we left the school year before. That is not something that we usually do. So it's just been, this year it's been crazy. Y'all know, I don't need to say it. Y'all know how crazy it's been. It's just been crazy, and we've already started. I wanted to go this weekend. I couldn't. It was bad weather, so I just stayed home. But I really wanted to because it is such a mess. Oh my gosh. So the Miss Martinez is leaving her classroom. So all her stuff she's leaving for her junior students. We're putting in my classroom because that's where the new teacher's going to be. And then all of my stuff I've gotten ready and is ready to be moved over to her classroom. So that way when I teach summer camp, my room, the new room, which I don't know if I think I'm just going to do the current room I'm in. I don't know. So that in 1 week when I teach summer camp, I have a space to work with. So I might even have to put them in the lab just because, I don't know, there's so much, and I don't have much time, or as much time as I used to, because with a baby, you know, those of you who have babies, y'all know how that goes. So right now he's asleep, and so that's why I was able to come and grab the camera. I'm also working on the incoming freshmen, which are currently now 8th graders. I'm working on their registration, their TDLR permit applications, their welcome packets and syllabus and parent information meeting we've already had. I've contacted all of them except for 3. I am so excited. Oh my gosh. All except for 3 have confirmed, have signed up for the Remind message system. I've communicated with, I've talked to parents with. I am so excited. So that means that next school year is going to start hopefully good, and everything will be done, and I'm so excited. Anyway, so I'm going to take you through what a week is like in the life of, after COVID, in the life of a busy classroom teacher. And so let's keep in mind it's a weird year. So next year, if I do this again next year, if you saw the one from last year, it's very different. And then of course, obviously, because Miss Martinez is leaving and I'm switching rooms, so that's a little crazy, but I'm super excited to get started. So let's go. All right, so I'm preparing. Today we're having the red chili chicken enchiladas. Okay, recipes. I do HelloFresh because it's so much easier. So because this is a crazy week, I need to do all my meal prep so that way the food is ready for lunch and for dinner, because we are not going to have time this week for cooking and washing dishes and all of that. So let me go ahead and get this done, and then we'll move on to what's next for the day. All right, so we are having playtime, and this little guy is looking at the camera like, oh, that's a nice new toy. It's Mama's toy. All right, so I've only done 3 of the meals. I've not finished meal prep yet, but this little guy woke up and it was hungry. It was time to eat. It was lunchtime, and then I gave him his bottle, and we stopped in here, and he has different little stations in his room, and we play with those or play on those or at those for a while, and then move on with our day. So while I'm here playing with him, or he's playing, being entertained by his little toys, so now my mind's thinking, right? So I have my happy planner. I did last night order a teacher lesson plan. I guess it's a planner, and I liked it because it was a black and white stripe, and then it had the sunflowers. And so on my Facebook, I have that one sunflower with the I was born to be a Cosmo teacher thing that I found off on the internet somewhere, and then it's on my desktop at work, so my work computer. So I thought that was perfect. So I will cut that up, although it is like one of those folding planners. I will. Oh no, he's coming for the planner. So then I will have the. I'll cut the edges off. I'll hole punch it with a happy planner hole punch and put it in my happy planner. Now I did this year. You know those toys that are just really loud? It's one of those. But he loves it. He loves music, and he loves when it lights up, but we'll move it out of the way. Okay, so I tried this year the small happy planner, and this was supposed to be like a personal, I guess you can say, planner, because of COVID and all that. And it, of course, and y'all saw on my Instagram, I had, like decorated and things like that. But of course, then it was hard to keep up with everything going on. So it just became kind of like a sticker book. And then once this school year started, because I'd gotten it, January pre-COVID, then I just wrote in it. I didn't really I wasn't consistent with decorating it. So my calendar was kind of boring, although it was pretty full. Not as usual, but it was pretty full. So this year, so I like the size of it. I like that it's small, but I don't like that, like I have papers in here right now, and I have to like fold them and then put them in, because I can't, with the big one, what I would do is I would just hole punch the paper and then stick it in, and it's like literally the size of a notebook. But look at the difference in size, right? So I love it because it's small, and I'm able to fit it in my bag, which I was pretty bad about too. This year I used my lunch bag as my school bag most of the time, just because it was smaller and easier to carry, and I have a bunch of bags that I would bring home with COVID and everything. So I loved it, but I am going back to the bigger planner. So I ordered that last night. It should be here on Wednesday, and then that way I can go ahead and start planning. Now I want to share with you, and I've shared in previous videos, see all the papers I have in between, and I just have to keep them together with a paper set. But I've shared with you in the past how I plan for the next school year. So I will make my notes throughout the school year. At the end of June, or June's the last month on here, I will put things that pop up. So see, I just ran out of space. But I will put things that pop up. So like Summer Tiva Conference, when I find out the dates during the school year, I will put those down here. Or any other, information like the makeup shows and film trip that I'm hoping we get to take the students on. He's just watching me. So I'm hoping to get this, to be able to take the students on those trips. And so that information, or like anything that I need to remember for next school year or plan for next school year that is not in a month, is not in my calendar yet, I write it at the end of my June. Of course, it says July. So when I get my new calendar, because the teacher's calendar usually goes from June to July, school year round, or like, June one year to July the next year. And so then when I get my new calendar, I will go through these here. I will write everything down. Once I have already written it down, I highlight it, similar to this. That way I know I've taken all the information that I've written down, I've taken it and I've transferred it. So that way this allows me to keep up with making sure I schedule or plan or have everything in place for next school year. Important things that I need to remember, or dates that I need to change, I also write them down. That way I'm ready for the next school year. and I'm not like running around trying to plan things last minute. Plus, if I plan things ahead of time, then just organizing things is just a whole lot better. All right, so another thing that I want to share as well is I have my inventory list. So when I say inventory, I mean like when we run out of Q-tips, which something simple, or if I need to get, 6 more ultra scrubber machines. Hi. Sorry, you can't come out on the video. What do you want? Mom life, right? So things like that I know that I'm gonna need for next year, or if I learned something new when I have a new project. Like last year I did the press-on nail business project. I loved it, loved it, and some of the students just really enjoyed that. But I want to, so I did some more research and I took some more classes and I learned a lot more, and so I have a better plan on how to execute that lesson for next year. And now I know what I need, and now I have the list of things that I need to buy. So that it's so funny. I was just staring at me. He was just looking at me like, "What are you doing?" Sorry. So I have the list of things that I need to get. And so what I do on the back of the planner, I have these pages that are happy planner pages. And so I just buy the little pack and I put them in here and on the back, and I write down things that I need throughout the year. So these are the things that I had been going through and writing down that I need for this next school year. And there's actually, oh, there it is. I was going to say there's more. Then when I did inventory this last 2 weeks, I went through all my bins, my buckets, and closets and things, and I wrote down what I've run out of and what I need to reorder. So that way, that's a lot. So that way, when I go and I order it through Burmax, which I usually order from, or Amazon, then I have my list already. And so as I put it in my list, I created a list in Amazon. As I put it on there, I highlight it. And then let's say that I have the ice globes. Okay, so I counted like I have 6 ice globes, but I need 6 more. Or I have 3 and I need 5 more, or whatever it may be. So what I do is I write down how many I have. That way I know, okay, I have 5. I need to order 5 more to make, 10 or a class set of. So a class set for me is 25. And then, because that's the maximum students we can have. 26 if you want a teacher one, but I hardly ever have exactly 25, so 25 works for me. And then a half set, because I have 12 tables in the classroom, is 12. So 12 of one item will work, and that way the students share. So with that, because I know those numbers, if I have something, if I only have 6, then I write down, I have 6, I need 6. So when I'm ordering, I know that I know how many I need to order. So that's how I keep up with this. A new project that I learn, I write down, or if I take a class and I learn a new technique or something, I also write down what it is that I'm going to need for that particular lesson. And so that way I can order it for the next time. I also have on here the lessons that I want to incorporate or teach that are new for next year. So things that I like, for example, adding gel polish to monomer. That's not something I've heard of before, so I learned about it and I played with it a little bit, and I thought, wow, this is something that I can teach them. Also to adding, doing the lesson where you're adding the acrylic 3D flowers on wax paper and a particular technique on that. So teaching that next year. And just different things like a practice sheet and things. This is just the one particular 3D nail acrylic class that I took, but this particular one is just a list for that. But sometimes I try to keep my pages in order, and sometimes my pages are just out of order. Then I have like the big ticket items that throughout the school year, I'm like, okay, well maybe we can get that with Perkins, or maybe we can get that with that's available, or we can get that at the end of year wish list that they have available for us. Any information that I accumulate throughout the year that I need to transfer over to my new planner, I make sure to keep at the back of my current planner. I keep my planner at the end of the school year for another reason. So let me get a calendar here. Let's say that we have, let's see, where are we? We have May. No, let's just do February because that was kind of nice. Okay, so we have February, right? Let's just say that there wasn't much that I wrote down on this because there wasn't much going on for this school year, but everything that I have written down, projects, meetings, school events, continuing education, family activities or gatherings or birthdays or whatnot that I have on my planner, I will then, as I fill out my new planner, and I always like to get that done before the end of the summer, just so I'm ready, I will open up to my previous year's planner. Let's say we're doing February. I will go through and anything that I did or anything that I need to transfer, I go ahead and do so. Once I transfer all the information over to my new planner, then I throw that out, throw this planner out. Obviously, there's some things that change, so I try to do it in pencil, just because, you know, things change. Things that I know are for sure, for certain, that's how it's going to be, then I go ahead and do it in pen. But pencil allows me to erase, and it lets me keep my planner more neat than what I used to have it before, which was kind of crazy. I have a video on that. You've probably seen it. But so that's what while we're playing here, that's what I'm working on, is just kind of organizing my thoughts. And then also starting to do my summer goals. And my summer goals are just things that I want to accomplish throughout the summer. So I'll have my new page, title it Summer Goals, and then try to get my projects either for school, for lessons, for the DOI trainings that I facilitate with 2 other trainers, my CTE department goals for cosmetology, there he goes, or just personal goals or whatever. And so that way I have a list of things, and so a week from now when summer starts, I can start organizing, you know, okay, what goals do I need to accomplish first, and then that way I can go ahead and get it done and be organized instead of just kind of all over the place. Okay, I think he's done with playtime. Tummy time is over. All right, well, we'll play with him for a little bit and see if I can get some things down, but I just want to share that with you guys, and yeah, it's time. All right, guys, hey, so it is now Tuesday. So recorded on Sunday. Yesterday I forgot to grab my camera. I put it in the office, so I was recording the night before when I was doing the Amazon order, and then I forgot to move the camera. So in the morning I don't typically go into the office or even that side of the house. So I didn't see it and I didn't grab it, and I forgot on my way out. I was rushing out the door as always. So I didn't get to record yesterday. Sorry. So yesterday was a bunch of cleaning, clearing out, we're doing like spring cleaning thing, like just throw out what we haven't used in years or what we don't need, make room, because the mannequins have started to, you know, overcrowd the closets. I'm switching classrooms, we're getting all kinds of stuff, getting stuff ready for the new teacher, getting classroom ready for camp, because I need to have that ready by camp. If not, you know, where am I going to teach it? So anyway, we were just trying to get all that done. So that's what we did pretty much all day yesterday, having the students to help. I know, I tell the students, well, they know that it's lab closeout, and that's what we do. So have them sanitize, clean, pick up, organize, help with inventory, which also helps them or teaches them that in a salon you have to do this frequently. Clean the nooks and corners and nooks and crannies, and, you know, throw out any old product and just keep it fresh, right? And so it helps the students learn how to do those kinds of things. And we started 9th grade. They get the bulk of it, but so they started last week. My sophomores finished acrylics last Friday, and so they've only got these 3 days to do closeout, which is where I have the bulk of the students. Like 3rd period is my biggest class that are face-to-face, so we were able to get a lot of things done. But today, I'm thinking like as far as the lab and everything, we should be done by 3rd period, by the end of 3rd period. And so then I'll have to find something for 9th graders in the afternoon, because I think we may be done. I think that's what I say, and then we start pulling things out, and then we're not. Hey guys, so I'm at school now, and I've got some beautiful ladies here that want to say hi. Hi. Hey. They're ready to graduate. Look at them in their robes. Oh my goodness. Are y'all excited?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Kind of sad, but excited.
Yeah. A little bit of
I'm
both. Oh my gosh. I've known these girls 4 years. They're my babies, along with everybody else, but super excited. And they've got something. They got something here. Oh, I'm gonna cry. All right, guys. So, my students, my babies. I call them my babies. That was before I actually had a baby, and then I had a baby, and then they're still my babies. God, my forehead is so big and shiny. Hey, how are you? Good, good. All right, so just to kind of recap on what we're going to be finishing up today. So you can see I've already mentioned that all the things in the walls are down. We have all these supplies here are going to be moved over, need to condense and kind of organize, put in boxes and such, and that needs to go over to the storage room across the hall. And then we've got our tables and chairs and stuff. I've got my acrylic stuff that I still have not sorted through. I need to put those back in those original boxes that I store them in. And then here, of course, I need to organize, fix, and do all of everything for my table area. I've already got my carts ready. My facial, or this particular one here, I'll just turn the camera this way, but this cart here is the cart that I have for Salon Day. I have not restocked that, but I do need to. I keep that one in the lab. When we do Salon Day, we have particular products and such in here. Then we have my tool rolly cart with my bobby pin boxes and got all my clips and brushes and stuff. I have a set of 25 here of everything, and then here is my rolling cart with my scissors and pens and pencils and all of the school supply items that these two will be rolled out and will be in the classroom. This probably will be in the closet, and I'll pull it out as I need it. So just need to empty like these two, or this one has all the you remember I had like the wall of stuff up here. Sorry, the lighting is bad. Let me fix that. That stuff is down there, so that way they don't move it when they clean. Well, originally they don't. I put it there. They don't move it when they clean, and they don't get messed up. But I am going to move that to the other classroom. And then I've got my binders and bins I got to go through, and my 2 classroom bins. So this is my nail bin and my aesthetics bin. I've got to go through and put all the supplies back. Go through those cabinets, and then I've got random bits and pieces here that I've got to get rid of. And then I've got a few things on my desk I've got to do, but other than that, that is pretty much it. So, I've got a lot of the stuff down here is labeled. Y'all, the lighting is so... Is that better? That's better. A lot of this stuff here is labeled 1407 because I had purchased it with the budget for the 9th and 10th graders. So I will take those with me to the new classroom and relabel them. And instead of the classroom number, I think I'm just going to put Mr. Mayer's on there just because that makes more sense instead of putting classroom number, because then sometimes you change classrooms and then, you got to move things around. So, and then these cabinets here, I've got to empty them, take those supplies over to the other the closet, because the new classroom, because I have 80 students next year, I need space for 83-inch binders, and which is what these shelves like in the other classroom are going to be for. And then there's some cabinets that I'm going to use for locking up their kits, because I'll have 80 kits, 40 nail kits and 40 aesthetics kits that you guys seen in the previous videos. I just do not have the space for. I've tried boxes, crates, bins, nooks, cubbies. I've tried take your stuff home and I'll tell you what you need to bring and bring that daily. I've tried. It just does not work. Does not work. One, the clutter is insanely stressful. The stuff everywhere. Students tripping over the boxes and crates, and the stuff not fitting in the cubbies. If I say, hey, to keep your stuff home, I'll tell you what to bring, they don't bring it. Their stuff gets, broken into per se, or things go missing and because it's not locked up. And juniors have lockers across the hall, and then seniors have the cubby room with cubbies. So 9th and 10th, they don't have anything. And so, yeah. that's why I'm moving classrooms. I don't want to. I love this room. I really don't. I don't want to get rid of this wall. I use it so much. And then not having a counter back here gives me more space to move the chairs and tables in different formations like I always do. I'm always here since I've, the junior, seniors, sometimes they're in the lab and the teachers don't see the door. I'm here always for every class period, so I can see who comes in and who exits. So like the junior teacher that will be here when she's in the lab, the door is not guarded. So, that's kind of a downside to that. And then I always use the track lights for spa day. I won't have that in the other room. And then the dual classroom, the door, the partition, I won't have that access to that. I mean, I have access to it, but instead of just borrowing Miss Amy's room, the senior teacher room, now I'm gonna have to borrow two people's room and invade their space, which I never liked, but so things will definitely have to change and be different for next year, but we'll just I'll just come up with different plans and work with what I have and, just kind of change things up. But I really do need this space. I was really hesitant of switching classrooms because I just don't have the time to reorganize and move and redecorate, and it's just with a baby is a lot more harder. But it's just kind of, the students need it, so I just kind of had to do that. So because the cabinet space in the classroom, all of these spaces here in the other classroom are going to be used for the kits and the binders. The stuff that I had on these shelves, I condensed and got rid of, and I got rid of a lot of stuff that I do use, but I'm like, okay, well, I just won't use it just to make space. So I'm kind of regretting that decision now because I'm taking away from the students. And then the stuff that I have in the cabinets now, I've got to condense and kind of like squeeze in to fit over there in those cabinets in the closet and over there, and have a space in the closet that I have to kind of play, Tetris with to make sure that everything fits. So I do have these boxes that are the paper copy boxes where the paper comes in, and I use them. And so when I find one or have one, I save it and I ask our people at the front office, like, hey, if you have any extra boxes, let me know. And I like them because on the if you put them in sideways, more fit, and then they just fit perfect. They're the perfect size for the cabinet. So I try to save those boxes as much as I can. So that is what I have for today. So it is almost 8. The students will be here in about 10 minutes. I'm going to get them I made a list last night before going to bed on my phone. I emailed myself things that I need to get done for today, so I have a plan. And so then we're going to start in the manicure area and work our way through. So, all right, let's get started with our day of cleaning, organizing, moving, and doing inventory. So let's go. Hey guys, all right, so I totally forgot. What's up with this lighting? Let's see. There we go. All right, I had totally forgot that I have the camera. And so I was getting ready for senior walk. So senior walk is when our senior students come in or walk around. They do their last tour of the campus. So they all get in line. They're all in their graduation stuff with their gowns and their clink, clink, clink all over their necks and stuff. And so they are going to do their last final walk, and everybody comes out into the hallways, and we hoot and holler for them and things of the sort. So I had purchased these pom-poms, and I've got 2 of these from Walmart. And so I take those, and then this is like one of them wigs, and but I just use it as a pom-pom. And I totally forgot, because I forgot to have the camera. I had this long strip. It was like a Christmas decoration, like a garland, and I cut it, and I made little hand palms. So then I will hand these out. So I have all of these here, and I will hand these out to my kiddos when we go out into the hallway, and then they can hoot and holler. And then I made a big old mess, so I gotta clean up my mess. But I forgot that I had the camera. I just have to it's been a year since I've done this recording stuff, so I got to get back used to it. So I'm ready. We were going to make some posters, but I don't know that we'll have time for that, but at least we'll have the pom-poms out there and available. And haven't seen other classes or teachers that have pom-poms, so maybe it's a new tradition that we will spark, and that way, for future, everybody will come out with pom-poms and kind of hoot and holler for the seniors on their final senior walk. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. I have in my cabinets, they each have, and so I'll share with you, a lock. So because you see in the classroom I don't have a cabinet where I can lock things, I'm very particular about my things, especially because they cost, I know what things cost. They cost money, and I know how hard sometimes it is to get the money. I know that costs hard work, time, and dedication to obtain that. So I'm very particular about my things, not just here in my classroom at school, but just like at home in general. I'm like, don't touch my stuff. When I was younger, my mom, she'd always tell me like the same thing. My brothers come into my room and I'd see something that was moved. I'd be like, who touched my stuff? And I'd yell it out. Anyway, so I'm just very particular about my things. And the reason is that when I need it, I want to be able to have it, right? If I need it. And a lot of the times when I purchase things out of my own pocket. To be completely honest, all of the things that, right now these things are, Miss Martinez is leaving for the new junior teacher, but most everything that I have in these cabinets are personally purchased. So, I don't want it to get confused with some of the things that are purchased with school money, things that we can share with everyone. So I just want to make sure that, when I need it, it's available. If I buy it with the freshman budget, I want to make sure it's available for my freshman students. If I buy it with the sophomore budget, I want to make sure it's available for them. I don't like to take from the students when I need particular things. Okay, so what I do is I have these cabinets and I have these locks. On here, and then let me pull this one, I'll show you. On here, this lock I bought at the dollar store. Now the length of it, I don't know how long it is, but it goes around my lock, my cabinet door handles like so. And this particular one has, and I need to redo them, but this particular one has this silver leopard washi tape that I put over regular tape over it to kind of laminate it. And then this is Molly, and Molly's hair bow she's done. This is what COVID did to Molly. Her hair bow has come undone. But Molly is the key keeper, and she's cute with her little purse and everything. And so Molly keeps the keys. And so here I have a key that I took a little bit of that same washi tape that matches the lock. And so when I look through for my keys, I know which key goes to which lock and which cabinet. So that's kind of how I organized that, okay? So that's that. And then in here, I used to have these labeled, but I'm going to take those labels off. But in here, I have all the supplies that I need. This was my business cabinet for all of my, I guess you can say, chapters at the beginning of the book, like the salon business, the salon infection, trichology when we did salon fundamentals, anatomy and physiology. Those kinds of things are here. Now, I will say that I've kind of just stuck things in here this year when we got some orders. I just did not have space anywhere else. So I'm totally going to revamp, go through these. Anything that I don't use anymore, toss them out, or anything that I could give to the junior teacher, I'll give to her, things of the sort. But that's kind of how I do. So I have so this is my business, my beginning of I call it my business cabinet, but the beginning of the chapter, the soft chapter cabinet. That over there is like my paper, labels, folders, kind of like the office cabinet and drawer. And then over here on this side, right here, the first one is my nail cabinet, and then I have, nail cabinet, hair cabinet, then that's my special effects makeup, face painting cabinet, and then my aesthetics cabinet. So each one of those cabinets has a lock like this, that I get from the dollar store, and each one has a key that Molly holds, so that I can have that and have it readily available. So I want to show you what we have in each of the cabinets. It's time. Hey guys, all right, I keep moving rooms so the lighting to this keeps getting crazy and crazy. Let's make that adjustment. All right guys, sorry for my crazy look. One of my seniors made me, well, they're my babies, so I always say my seniors, but she made me cry, and I was doing so good until we were talking, and then that just kind of was the end of that. So I wanted to, now that I put myself together, it is fourth period, it's 10:15 now, so I've made a good dent. I've emptied that closet that's right over here. That's my nail closet. And I've laid the boxes out here. So I'm gonna show you kind of sort of what is in these boxes so you kind of see how I do my organization for my nail stuff. So this is all my sophomore supplies. And all this was with the sophomore, but oh, I just noticed that's open. I need to fix that. But this is all the sophomore budget stuff. So it gets locked up and used for them. I do share, when the other teachers ask for this stuff, I do share that with them because it's for the students. It's not like, for me, mine. So in these boxes, like again, I said, I asked the copy room to save me boxes if there's ever any extras. And then I keep these because they fit perfect in those particular cabinets, and if you turn them sideways, more fit instead of upright. So when I do that, keeping that in mind, I always package my things to where I know that I'm going to flip them to the side, that nothing spills out if there's anything in here. But there's really not products in here. The only product I added this time was my my little mini acrylic class set of powders that I need to redo anyway. And then I just have a bag of the Jelly Petty in here. Other than that, these are not products, they're just tools and supplies. So, and this is my nail art bin or box, and I write here what all is in here. So when I'm looking through the cabinet, I know what I need, I read it, and I just grab the box. So here are these items as well, and then here are all of these items here. And as I put new things in, I stock it up. Now these are pretty decently filled, but it's the end of school year, we've used a lot of supplies, so when I order and get my stuff in, I will add to these, reorganize it as necessary or needed, or add more boxes as we go. These over here, the monomer, I'll double bag so that way it doesn't smell over the summer. And then these here, some of these I personally purchased. So some of them are mine, although they're not, my name's not on there, but some of these are personally purchased, but I keep all the supplies in here because they need to be upright, plus they fit better, and it's just better organization. So, and they fit in the supply cabinet. These here, this is a little container like this one that stands up, but because they are the spider gel and just the pot gels, I have to make sure it stays flat. And the ones on the bottom, I put right side up so that way they're not upside down when I put that in the cabinet. So I'm going to take these. This table's ready to go. This is all my nail art, nail supply stuff, and I'm going to go put it in the cabinet in the new classroom. All right, the next cabinet here is my hair cabinet. Most of my hair stuff I have at home because it's so much and it does not fit in here. So all of this stuff here is my hair cabinet. I'm going to load it on the table, kind of go sort through it, and then have it ready on the table to move to the next classroom. Okay, so I didn't go put this one in the cabinet yet because there were students still in there, but and I don't want to be in the way, but I went ahead and got my second cabinet, which is the hair color cabinet. So this is all all stuff I had in there. My hair artistry, hair design, color, law of color, texture, hair cutting, color, and lightning, and then just extra odds and ends. So that was that one. And so now I'm going to take this table and I'm going to empty this cabinet. And so this cabinet is going to be my special effects, stage makeup, festival, face painting products. So I'm going to take all this out onto the table and have it ready to roll. Okay, so I wanted to share with you what I have in here. So I have some supplies for summer camp in here already ready. I've got my latex. This is my bin that has all my sequins and glitters for face painting. And then here I have the glitter tattoos. When we do carnivals, things of the sort. In here I have face paints of all kinds. These are really cool, by the way, because with little kids, when you do face painting, and here's all my face paints, but when you do face painting, you need to put powder over it so they don't smear it. And so these I got from Burmax, if you can zoom in there. And you put powder in here and you pump powder out into a brush, which actually are these brushes. And these brushes here we got at the dollar store, and we use these and fluff over the top surface of the paint to put some powder on there so the kiddos don't smear that. And then in this one we have all of our stage makeup, special effects products. And then in this one, again, I label it, this is all of the polymorph, or the polyplastic, the clay, the, let me move this, all of our sculpting stuff for when we do the faces, the noses, the prosthetics, things of the sort. So I have that, and then I got the faces here as well. So that is what is in that those boxes, and that fit up here, again, because they were sideways, and then I've got 3 more down here. All right, and the last 3 bins or boxes we have here, my soap making, fizz bomb, essential oils, these supplies. Oh, these are the containers for summer school to make lip gloss. And then here I have brushes, tools, like the actual hands-on tools. And then on this one I have different supplies. So that is those. And then of course I also have the latex, the gelatin, and the stage blood to do those projects. So I'm going to go ahead and put this table over here as well. It is lunchtime. The classroom is empty over there across the hall, so I'm going to go ahead and start taking these. Oh no, I have one more cabinet. So this is my facial cabinet. So, which I have to add all this stuff from the top over, but this is my facial cabinet, and so I gotta figure this one out as far as, you know, organizing it. Some of these things, like I said, is for summer school, so those will not necessarily be there after the summer, but still need to make sure there's plenty of space. All right, so what I ended up doing is moving the tables, just simply because these cabinets are big cabinets. Yeah, they're wide, and this is more narrow, and it doesn't match the other classroom. There's more smaller cabinets and there are wider cabinets, so this is not going to fit. So I'm going to need to just really wait for the other teacher to just clear her things out so I can kind of just organize it and not, you know, feel like I'm in the way of the students or anything of the sort. So I'm just going to put everything here. So I've got all my tables. This last table was the aesthetics table, so it's got all my aesthetic stuff here. I really wish I had more of these because it just would be so much easier than having the small ones. They would fit more things. But these are some of the kitchen facial stuff, and then this is just odds and ends that are just ready to be moved over to the other side. This table, this was a packet pickup stuff that I didn't get to do because I got put on bed rest 2 weeks earlier than my plan. So I didn't get a chance to hand those out to students, but they're ready for next year's stage makeup stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all of this stuff here that was bought with our budget money for these 2 courses, and I'm going to place it here and have that table ready. So then this side will be ready to go, and I'm going to move the trophies as well. Y'all, look what I did. Oh my gosh. It was an accident. So poor baby's already bald, right? She's an old mannequin. This belonged to Miss Martinez. And I remember she had this when I was in school, and so I wanted to, you know, keep her, and she fell off of the tabletop, and I managed to grab her, but I ripped her hair out. I'm sorry. She's got a bald spot now. So it's the end of the school day. The car is loaded with things that I needed to take home. You know how we teachers sometimes have, like, you know, random things that we bring from home. So those things are packed up in the car. The office is ready. The lab is ready. The manicure and spa area are ready. The facial room is ready. The storage room is looking pretty good. got rid of all this crazy amount of mannequins that just students leave mannequins, and we accumulated them over time, and they literally were taking over the storage room, not giving us any space for what we really needed. So got rid of that. I've got my tables in the middle with all my stuff. I'm just ready to roll the table over and put things in the other room. I'm going to clean the cabinets and counter spaces and all the things that Miss Martinez is leaving for the next junior teacher. I'm going to go ahead and just group everything together, so all the nail stuff is here, all the aesthetic stuff is here, all the, so that when she comes in, she's not like overwhelmed with all the stuff that, has been left for her students. So that is done. Closeouts, I've got on my end of year teacher closeouts, all of my bins and binders and papers that I need to submit for, I believe it's Thursday or Friday, which is our teacher closeout day. So I have that ready to go. I've got my papers started, my pile started for my copies that I'm going, or maybe not even a copy, maybe digital, I don't even know yet. For next school year, I have that, my pile ready and going for that. I'm taking my parchment paper. It's not the normal parchment paper, the plasticky kind. It's like the nice resume paper. But I'm taking my paper home because this is what I print my students' permit on. It's really nice paper. And so I'm going to do registration for my incoming freshmen this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. So I've got their appointment stuff, students I need to contact, which I've been trying to do all day. But I got that. I've got paper in case I run out at home, which I shouldn't, but I've got everything ready for this weekend for that major event happening. Other than that, that's it. It's Wednesday, tomorrow is so tonight is graduation, so Dr. Ryan's going to come by. She's going to pick me up, and we're going to drive to graduation together. She is criminal justice instructor here at CTHS, and I love her. She's awesome. She reminds me a lot of me, and we click a lot on a lot of things together. She's a really good friend of mine. So we're going to be driving to graduation together. She's going to stop by, pick me up. We're going to get there, do graduation. We have to be there at 6:15 or something like that. And then do the whole graduation thing at Veterans Memorial Stadium and boohoo cry, hug about all of our kiddos, all of our Cosmo seniors that are graduating, and then get home. So that is this evening. Which I probably will not have time to do the whole, I can't take the camera obviously for graduation, but I won't have time to do any recording this evening, so I just want to share with you that's what's going on this evening. Hey guys, so today is Wednesday, May 26th, and got my breakfast going. I have my hair in a bun, and my shirt that I was supposed to wear today is in the washing because I forgot about it. We have pictures to take today, staff picture, we call family picture, and I forgot to wash my shirt at home. And we got home, I think at 9:30 for prom, something like that. And then I cooked lunch I ate, and then I cooked lunch for Charles for today. So making sure that the house and everything was good to go, and so I forgot to wash my shirt. So that's what is in the wash right now. So today I have a lot of emails that I have to get through. Miss Martinez is still bringing over some of the junior stuff. I went ahead and cleaned out the cabinets for the other teacher. Let me flip it around so I can show you. The cabinets over there, right there, on that whole wall. I went in and cleaned them. Oops, sorry. And wiped them down and such. And so what I was going to do is all the stuff that she brought over, I was going to group it and put it all in, like all the nail stuff in one cabinet, all the aesthetic stuff in another, all the hair in another. That way when the new teacher comes, it's not all crazy everywhere. And when the custodians clean over the summer, they don't have to move all the stuff, all the things, individual boxes and items off of the counter from one side of the room to the other because they have to clean. So to make it less work for them, because they shouldn't have to do that, and just to have everything in the cabinets. Now I have that to do today, but I think I'm going to work on that in the afternoon once the students leave. And the morning, what I'm going to do is I'm going to all of the emails that I haven't gotten to, students that have paid their kit, students that need to reschedule for their registration appointment this weekend. Make sure all the students are clear from previous fees, like that kind of stuff. I need to sit down and do that. So I'm gonna do that. Hey, all right. So just wanted to catch you guys up on what we're doing. It's already lunchtime. It's early dismissal, so it's 9:30, and the students in the morning have left. So I've said my goodbyes to my current sophomores that will be juniors next year, and so I'm just going to see my freshmen here in a little bit, and then the day ends at 11:30 since it is early dismissal today. Throughout the day, I've had our seniors that had to come today to pick up their diploma, and they just come in and just, given the final hugs and have said the last goodbyes, and they get these little stars, and they get to get some stars and give them to their teachers and write them a little message, so it's like a little shining star. It's like a tradition we have on campus. And so yeah, I got a few that gave me some of their seniors that and I've had them since freshman year, so I've watched them grow. And so one of them, if you're watching, Brianda Garcia, she's just she totally made me cry. She said she was going to leave it to leave me to the end because she was going to lose it. And so yeah, she did. we cried together a little bit. But yesterday I said I wasn't going to cry, and yesterday in the morning, Alicia, if you're watching, she made me cry. And so yeah, it's just these students, I have them as freshman year. I take them in. I remember, the first day of school, and going back through pictures and seeing how little they look at 14, 15 years old, and then now here they are 18 or 19 years old, and I'm seeing them grow throughout these 4 years, and watching them flourish, and seeing all their different hairdos and different styles and fashion and things of the sort, and just watch them grow and mature and become the amazing, wonderful young ladies and young gentlemen that they are. So it definitely is, as a freshman teacher, it is an honor to get to see them grow and see them in their good days, see them on their bad days, see them, just through that transition. And when it comes to the end, every class is the same. You get so attached to them. Every class is special. Every class has, your special kids, all of them that there's something special about each and every single one of them, even though they're so very different. And so it's always hard every year, senior year, because you're going to miss them. You're going to miss, the little things that they come do for you, or that they do, help with, or she'd always come in extra early in the morning to say hello, or she'd always pass by and wave hi, or she'd always come and offer help, or she'd always be, the volunteer. So, you miss those things about those kids, and, it's super, this goes back to, one of my videos that I have up on YouTube about the first day of school, which was like 2-3 years ago, was that, before pandemic, was that, team building is important, and that I tell the students, if you are the bully, if you're the negative person, if you're that type of, you stir the pot, this is not the place for you, right? You need to go. So, starting from the very beginning, building that culture, that climate, that, sense of friendship and family within, the class and the grade levels, the program, is super important. And to demonstrate to the students that, yes, you are their teacher. Yes, you are the adult. Yes, they have to do as you ask them to do, because that's how it is, this teacher-student relationship. But it's also important and super critical and crucial that you also demonstrate to the students a loving heart and compassion, and that student-teacher friendship type of, not friend like, hey girl, let's go on the weekend, not like that. No, absolutely professional, absolutely professional relationship. Sorry, that was my attendance buzzer. But it's absolutely important to make sure that you let them know that you are the person that they can come talk to if there's an issue or a problem. That if they're having a bad day, they can come sit in your classroom and vent a little bit. If they need someone to help them on something that's not related to your coursework, that's okay too. Build that relationship, because in our industry especially, you're going to see these kiddos again. You're going to see them at hair shows, at career fairs. There's one that came and told me today, Leslie Santos. She was the one that told me that she was going to be a co-manager for Visible Changes, and so that's great. And so she'll be coming back to hire our kids in the future. So you're going to see these kids again. So you need to build that relationship. It's important to keep up with the kiddos. I'm not saying follow them on Facebook or anything, like crazy like that, but just definitely keep up with them. Let them know you're still here. Sorry, it's trying to have an emotional moment here, but the alarm rang, my battery died. But anyway, just like, seeing Miss Martinez retire today, or she's retiring. Friday's her last day. After 40 years, and having like the retirement ceremony and their little drive-by, parade for her. All, the people that came, that her students from long, long ago, that she still knows, remembers, she keeps in touch with, and they still come back and say, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't XYZ. Thank you for XYZ. I'm grateful that you XYZ. And what a sense of satisfaction you get as a teacher. Everything that you've done after all of that time, these kids, these people, not kids anymore, these adults, grown adults, appreciate that. I have a freshman that is going to her, my students, the freshman coming in next year, her mom was Miss Martinez's student. She was Miss Martinez's student a while back. Isn't that crazy? Like, it's a small community. The cosmetology industry is a small community within the different cities and areas, and you kind of know everyone, and you just kind of have to understand that, these relationships you have to build, not just teacher to student, but student to teacher too, because we'll always run into each other at different events and things of the sort. But I just wanted to share with you, it's always an emotional moment, emotional time at the end of the school year, just saying bye to everyone and, encouraging them, and last words of wisdom before they're out the door, and you may or may not see them again for a while. But anyway, for you new teachers that have new students coming in, really focus on, building those relationships, and, that you'll definitely see the rewards of that in the years to come. All right, so the freshmen should be coming in pretty soon, so I'm going to try to finish doing these emails. I started cleaning out my emails, and so I just need to finish that, and I have some more kiddos coming in, so I'll catch up with you guys a little bit.